Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris jumped the Grand Canyon long ways. Animal jokes. No chicken dies a virgin. They get laid at birth slaps knee. Jokes about life. Q. What do you call a fairy who doesn't take a bath? A. Stink or bell. Kids jokes. A little boy was so excited because his mom told him he is getting a baby brother. He repeated that to his teacher every day. When he came to school, I am getting a brother. One day his mom allowed him to feel the baby's kicks in her belly. The next day he came to school and didn't say anything to his teacher, so the teacher asked him, what happened to his brother? He replied, I think mommy ate him. Disgusting jokes. Bob walks into a public bathroom and notices a guy with no arms standing next to a urinal. As Bob takes care of his business, he wonders how the poor soul is going to take a leak. Bob finishes and heads for the door, but figures he should ask the man if he needs help. Oh yes please. The man cries. You have a kind heart, sir, says the man with no arms. But as Bob goes ahead, unzips the man and pulls his willy out, he encounters all kinds of mold, red bumps, moles, scabs, scars, and other unpleasant-looking things. The armless man asks Bob to kindly point it, then shake it, put it back and zip it. So Bob gathers his courage, shuts his eyes and does so. Thank you very much, sir, says the armless man. No problem, says Bob, but what the hell is wrong with your penis? The guy pulls his arms out of his shirt and says I don't know. But I ain't touching it. Blonde jokes. 3 blondes are sitting by the side of a river holding fishing poles with the lines in the water. A game warden comes up behind them, taps them on the shoulder and says, excuse me, ladies, I trademark D like to see your fishing licenses we don't trademark T have any, replied the first blonde. Well, if you are trademark going to fish, you need fishing licenses, said the game warden. But officer, replied the second blonde, we arena trademark T fishing. We all have magnets at the end of our lines and we trademark collecting debris off the bottom of the river. The game warden lifted up all the lines and, sure enough, there were horseshoe magnets tied on the end of each line. Well, I know of no law against it, said the game warden. Take all the debris you want, and with that, he left. As soon as the game warden was out of sight, the 3 blondes started laughing hysterically. What a dumb fish cop, the second blonde said to the other 2. Doesn't trademark T he know that there are steelhead trout in this river. Blonde jokes. A blonde walks into a gas station and says to the manager, I locked my keys in my car. Do you have a coat hanger or something I can stick through the window to unlock the door? The manager gives the blonde a bent coat hanger. A few minutes later, he goes out to check on her. As her approaches the blonde working the hanger in window, he notices another blonde inside the car, coaching no, a little to the left. Dirty jokes. A man and a woman were on a nude beach when a wasp flew into the woman's vagina. In a rush the guy pulled on his shorts, wrapped a towel around the woman, and ran to the hospital. When they got there the doctor said, the only way I can think to get the wasp out is to slather some honey on my penis and lure it out. The doctor then offered his services for a mere $50. After a long pause, the couple agreed. The doctor happily slathered on some honey and went in. After a couple of thrusts the husband said, Hey, what the hell is going on? The doctor says, Change of plans, I'm going to drown the bastard. Blonde jokes. A blonde, a brunette, and a redhead team were sent out to install telephone poles for the telephone company. After the first day, the brunette team had installed 30 poles, the redhead team had installed 37 poles, and the blonde team had installed 7. The contractor was outraged with the blonde team and demanded to know why they had done so few. Hey, we saw what the other teams were doing. Theirs were still sticking out of the ground. Blonde jokes. In an aeroplane flying to Melbourne, a blonde girl leaves her seat and goes to the business class. The stewardess, while Euro trademark S watching her, gently asks her to see her ticket and tells her that she has to go back to her seat. But the blonde girl replies, Euro, I am young, beautiful, I travel to Melbourne and I Euro trademark am staying here Euro. The stewardess goes to the cockpit and explains the co-pilot what happened. So he comes out of the cockpit and tries to explain to the blonde girl that she had to go back to her seat. And again the blonde girl says, Euro, I am young, beautiful, I travel to Melbourne and I Euro trademark am staying here Euro. The co-pilot, confused, returns to the cockpit and explains the situation to the aircraft commander. Euro don Euro trademark T worry Euro, he says, Euro my wife is a blondie Euro I can hanelda it Euro. So the commander goes out, spots the blonde and whispers something in her ear. Suddenly, she stands up and says, Euro, sorry Mr. Euro, I didn't Euro trademark T. No Euro and runs back to her seat. Euro, what the hell did you tell her Euro? Asks the co-pilot who was watching the scene. Euro, I told her that people in the business class are not flying to Melbourne Euro.